Okay, welcome to my walkthrough of Genki's Christmas special, Mind Over Murder. We're going to play all three instances on hardcore. As you can see, I'm in the pause menu. And we're going to go in order from easy, medium, then hard. So first we're going to go into Burns Hills on the northernmost part of the left, or the western island, to do the easy instance. Like I said, we're going to go in order of easy, medium, and hard, and we're going to play all of them on hardcore difficulty. If you're having a lot of trouble, I put a Mind Over Murder walkthrough for the three instances of the regular simulation Mind Over Murder activities, and I'll tell you the same thing I said in there. If you're still having a lot of trouble with this and really just don't want to be bothered, if you notch down the difficulty to either casual or normal, you get more time for the gold. And you know, and bullets don't damage you as much and you recover quicker, blah blah blah, because you get more so than the other Mind Over Murder in the regular simulation part of the game. These guys really shoot at you. And so anyway, this was somebody had requested this video. I make this video on NeoSeeker, or rather I had volunteered to make it and then they requested it, so I'm doing this now. So we're going to head over to the activity. Oh, one thing I would recommend, and I'm going to show you this in a second, I would recommend when you're doing these activities, put your telekinesis to lifesteal, which is the heart shaped right there. See, I'm okay, and that'll keep your health higher, especially if you're playing on hardcore. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in these, but I decided to omit my failed attempts. I was going to leave a couple of failed attempts, but this is almost 18 minutes, this video. Anyway, so there's a Christmas tree, and you see I screwed that one up. So you want to throw it through the hoop. Now, instead, this game has the people checkpoints are still green, but unlike the other Genki activity, this one, instead of having Genki or mascot heads, it has Christmas trees, and instead of blue vehicles, it's Hanukkah menorahs. So, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to everybody watching this video. Now, I'm doing something here. I don't know if you noticed it or not. I should have been paying more attention. Oops, I grabbed the car instead of the gingerbread man. I'm going to do something called a yo-yo, or at least I call it a yo-yo. I don't know what it's called. And what you do is basically you throw, and I screwed it up there. I was trying to do a yo-yo. I'm going to grab this guy again, and this should work. Okay, throw it and then grab him immediately before he can get away, before it gets too far away. So you notice how I'm yo-yoing. Look at that, boom, boom, and I grab him again. But he got too far, and it didn't matter anyway because I was done with the people. And you notice I'm trying to do all the Christmas tree, then all the people, then all the menorah, whatever order you want to do them. But I'm trying to do this systematically. And don't be afraid to throw an object while you're in the air, like I'm doing there, even though I screwed that up royally. Alright? And there's plenty of items you need to throw laying around. You just gotta look for them. Okay, see how I yo-yoed that? I threw it and then grabbed it instantly. And I did it again with that, although like that time it got away from me. So now I gotta go look for another menorah. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, actually, no, I got that one, and it's sending me to the next. That was a delayed checkpoint, strangely enough. A delayed registering of the checkpoint. So, okay, so I'm going to grab a Christmas tree up here, and again, I'm going to yo-yo everything. But here, check this out. This is kind of cool. You notice how I got all four at once. And there and again, I'm yo-yoing it, so, you know. But these are a bitch because the checkpoints disappear into the wall, and you got to sit there and wait. Now, I'm watching my health here because my health is getting low, but I'm ignoring it because I know that I'm still okay, and I know that the second I grab one of these guys, I decided to abandon the Christmas so that I can grab one of these guys, and notice it's charging my health up while I'm getting checkpoints. So I kind of left this for second to last, or rather, in terms of getting this before I got the Christmas tree. Now there's menorahs up here on this shelf by the water tank, or what was a water tank when it was a nuclear plant. Now it's, I don't know what it is. Now here, this is what not to do. My aim is terrible here, so now I'm going to get my shit together here, and I'm going to just watch this. Watch this. 1, to. See how I'm just like sort of waiting for him to come to me here, because I do have plenty of time. You know, you get like you get a lot of time. I think you get 5 or 6 minutes to do this, but it's easy to screw up. So notice how I screwed up the first part of this when I was in this area. Now I'm going to grab this tree, boom, and that gives me my gold. And I got the gold with like 45 seconds to spare. So even though I made a lot of mistakes, as you saw, I still got the gold. The key is you got to watch your health. If you're going to be ignoring the guys shooting at you, just keep one eye on your health meter while you're doing the other objects. Like while I was doing the menorah, you notice I was keeping an eye on my health meter, so that when it got too low, I abandoned doing the Christmas trees. I'm sorry, I meant to say Christmas trees. I abandoned doing the Christmas trees, and I grabbed one of the guys, and that charges your health up in lifesteal. I also recommend, before you do this activity, I recommend highly that you have all of your telekinesis upgrades, all of them, because it'll make this much, much, much easier. You know, it's already now the easy instance wasn't so bad, and I deleted most of my trip here. And oh, check this out! I'm gonna show you a cool glitch I just saw. See that? That's a data cluster and a telekin. I have the data collector finding, and notice there's no. I have all the collections. I have all of them, all the data clusters, and yet that one appeared. And you notice that when I broke that, I didn't get a data cluster because I already collected that data cluster somehow. I think it was on, you know, by landing on top of the ball. I just figured I'd show you guys that because it's a cool little glitch. How there's a telekinesis globe, and it looks like there's a data cluster in it, but there's none. Alright, so anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's start with the medium. Now, I screwed a whole bunch of stuff up in this, but I still got gold by a pretty decent margin. So now, you notice you can see the Christmas trees on top of the roof, and there's a menorah to my right over the present, so I'm going to grab the menorah first. I didn't do this so well here. I've actually been able to get all 3 in a row if I timed it right, but I didn't, so I kind of just get one at a time, unfortunately, but I'm still yo-yoing it. I've actually done this, and if you time it right, you can get all 3 in a row as they, you know, as they come past, for whatever that's worth to you. Now, this is a bitch because you got to throw this down and in a hole. So, you know, I got it, but that's really an annoying one. Alright, so let's throw the menorah away and grab a tree, and let's see what we can do with this. Alright, so this is not... Whoops. Now I'm yo-yoing, but I'm shooting at absolutely nothing. So that was a bad shot, and that was a bad shot, and... So I'm kind of showing you what not to do as well as what to do. You know, just in this you've got plenty of time to tee up your shots. And okay, so I'm not doing great on this, but I'm missing a bunch of them. But again, what not to do is just aiming in panic, which, you know, again, I'm trying to show you what not to do as well as what to do, and some of them were just genuine mistakes because I was clueless. I find that what makes this activity hard is the sense of confusion generated by so many checkpoints rotating all over the place. And all right, so this one, whoops, grab the menorah instead of yo-yoing the guy, and now I got it. All right, so there you go. All right, that's now that's the first location. Now we're gonna go to the second location. And by the way, there's only 2 locations in each of these, unlike the regular M.O.M. instances in the game. Alright, so I'm going to go with the Christmas trees first, but now what makes this second board on the medium instance so hard or annoying is that notice that they're mixing the checkpoints, and all the other levels, like you have all the Christmas trees in one area, you know, in one location, all the menorahs in another, and it's like they sort of put them together, but now it's like you almost don't know what to go for, and I got like a deer. While I was playing this wasn't on purpose. This was just me screwing up. I was like a deer in a headlight in some of these. And it seems like in this, another thing that makes this a little bit annoying is that the game seems to leave more debris around than in the regular simulation Mind Over Murder. So, yeah, and look at how, you know, I'm getting these, but I'm not. It's not pretty. I'm just kind of barely. Now this is annoying because you got to go into this little room, and sometimes the person will hit the wall and you won't take him in with you, and you got to do it over again. All right, but now I'm starting to. I'm kind of okay. I'm definitely okay on time. I've got a good over a minute left to go, and not too many checkpoints. But look at that. I wasn't sure where the hell to go because I wasn't sure where the checkpoints were. because you can see the icons through the solid structure, but so it's sometimes you might think that the checkpoint is there when it isn't. Now here I definitely got deer in the headlighted right there, and that was okay. This one's gonna kind of be screwy, but you know, I just couldn't get a good angle on this, so I made like 5 bad shots in a row, but luckily I yo-yoed it. Now I'll get it. All right, so that's notice how the only time I got that one was when I actually took my time and stopped trying to do it in a panic. So that's again an example of what not to do. Those they come together. You can actually get all 4 of these with one shot, and I've done it. But in this instance, I got 3 of them in a shot. Okay, so that's better than nothing. Alrighty, so I don't know why I got a person here. I guess I grabbed the wrong checkpoint. Let's grab that other menorah. I actually have more time than I thought. Okay, this gives you till 3.5 minutes, not 4 minutes. Alright, so you get a little more time than I was thinking you did. Alright, but again, I've got plenty of time to find a menorah and get this checkpoint. But I'm looking around here and I'm like, where the hell's a menorah? And there's one. For some reason I was having trouble seeing the menorahs. They tend to get camouflaged. Like they could have made these a little more visible. Then again, I'm not wearing my reading glasses, and I should probably be while I'm playing this. That could be accounting for at least some of my bad shots. It's a good excuse, right? Not really, but... Alright, so I got the gold medal there. And again, notice that I had 35, I had some time to spare, and actually it's 3 minutes. That gives you up until, I think I had about 35 seconds to spare. But you get a good amount of time to spare on these. You just gotta really keep the mistakes to a minimum if you can. Also, again, and now we're gonna go to, okay, that's in Sunset Park, the third one. That's the hard instance. If you keep your mistakes at least somewhat to a minimum, I just deleted all the trip there to make the video a little shorter. All right, this is a bitch. I did this. I left out 2 failed attempts before I got this one for the video. All right, so I grabbed the menorah first because it's right there. I always grab the menorah first. Now I jump over, and this is a real bitch because you notice how I managed to get that by throwing down at the roof. Now, there's another menorah here because I lost the original one. I thought I had it, which is why I jumped up. Alright, so that was actually pretty good, even though that's kind of a bitch. Now, these are circling around, and I managed to get 2 of them by throwing them down. And this one, I'll get this one. And again, I'm yo-yoing, but I missed that one. Boom. So now I got all the menorah checkpoints at the first location. Now let's get a person. This is another annoying set of people checkpoints, because you got to get them all the way up there. I actually did pretty good with that because I got the top ones. I always go for those top ones first because they're the furthest away. Alright, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. I thought that was worse than it was. Alright, I didn't make as many mistakes as I thought. So now I accidentally grabbed a Christmas tree. These Christmas tree checkpoints are a bitch because they're one at a time and you got to go up on those little roofs. What makes them hard is, unlike Saints Row 3, you can't stand on those slanted roofs. Don't get me wrong, look at this. So I'm kind of like doing one at a time and jumping. It would be awesome if you could stand on those slanted roofs, but you can't. I don't know why. You got all these superpowers, and you can't stand on a slanted roof that you or I could stand on in real life, but whatever. Alright, so I got all those 4 Christmas tree. Now you got the 4 of them rotating together, and again, you're going to have to just yo-yo your way through this one, and I lost my Christmas tree, it looks like, so I picked up a menorah by accident. So, now I got to find it. Oh, there's a person, so... You know what? I'll just get these, since I got a person anyway, I'll get these people checkpoints and hold the Christmas tree for later. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. It's like, sometimes if you grab a checkpoint you know you need... Oh, oh god, I hate this checkpoint so much. You want to grab a checkpoint and you're going to go slowly into this cubby hole. Because you got walls, and if you... Sometimes it's easy to lose the person. Or you can do it from above. If you jump up and throw the person down, sometimes you can get it. Alrighty, so here's the last Christmas tree on the first location, and I missed it once. And let's see if I get it. And I got it the second time. Good. So now I'm pretty well set up. I've got a 2.5 minutes left on this. These, by the way, I hate these Christmas tree because it's so hard to get. It's ridiculously hard to get a good angle on these. See, you know, this I did on purpose to show you what a bitch they are. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Christmas tree. I'm going to go up on that. Oops, hold on. All right, there we go. It's just, you notice I'm having a lot of trouble, not even because of bad aiming, but because I can't get a good angle. So now I'm going to give up doing it that way, and I'm going to try doing it this way. Notice I jumped up and threw down because I was just totally frustrated. So now I've got more Christmas trees, but I lost my Christmas trees. So rather than go after that, well, actually I did go after it, okay. So we'll get these Christmas trees. And again, I'm yo-yoing my way through it, and I grabbed a... See, I was trying to yo-yo the Christmas tree, and I grabbed a garbage can instead, go figure. And it happened again, and again. Again, that's one of the problems with this particular instance of Mind Over Murder, is the game leaves so much fucking debris. It's really annoying. Alright, so okay, so now I'm done with all the Christmas tree icons on the hard second location. So now let's go for the menorah. Let's get this one first. That one's easy. Now these are actually not too bad. Whoops, except when you grab the wrong. Now the game kind of screwed me because, again, instead of yo-yoing the menorah, I ended up with debris. Alright, so now I'm done with the menorah, so now I'll grab people. This is cool. You can actually I've gotten all these at once. I didn't there. But rather than, again, now there's another menorah. Great. See, look at all this debris. It's just ridiculous. I'm trying to aim for the guy, and I'm just having a lot of trouble getting him because of the tons of debris there. Alright, notice my health is charging up while I'm holding, or it was, now that this person's dead. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's gold. Alright, well, it wasn't pretty, but you got the job done. So again, I was going to do better attempts for the video, you know, kind of show off a little bit, but I decided to, rather than go that route of getting better times like I did when I first played this activity, I decided it would probably be more informative if I showed you mistakes, if I left mistakes in here and didn't try to have a perfect run, so you see that you do have some leeway. Alright, I hope this helps, and have a great day and a Genki good time.